Hi everybody. Okay, let me double check my settings so I can make sure they're all good and that kind of goody stuff. Okay, my mic is on the right one. So unfortunately, for the past 20 minutes, I've been trying to get my uh, program that I use to stream to the multiple platforms, OBS, to stabilize because every time I was opening it, it was crashing. So, but I think I got it all fixed. I don't know if it did an update or what, but it was just being weird. Normally that's reserved for my actual computer. Yeah, if I ever stop, in mid live stream or anything like that, give me a few minutes because it either means OBS crashed or my computer did. Well, my computer, to be fair, my computer doesn't actually crash. It just powers off completely. And I have no idea why. It's been doing that since I bought it. It's only 2 years old. And the company tried to tell me, well, you probably have the wrong power supply. So I checked the power cords and everything. And I've got the right power supply on it, so that's not the problem. But even they couldn't tell me for sure why it was doing that, because everything on the machine checks out perfectly. Okay, just deal with it until I can't anymore. Okay, so we don't have a ton planned for today. I can tell you we've got probably between 13 and 15 minutes left on our flutter fin that's in the printer at the moment. And the reason I wanted to wait until she was coming out of the printer before I did the stream is because this one's actually a little bit different from the last two that we did. Even though the color profile is the same, mostly. I did tweak a little bit here and there. But I also bumped the quality up a little bit, of course, so now, instead of taking 17, 18 hours to print, she's taking a day and 6 hours to print. And this is kind of the first thing I've had to bump up as far as quality. Everything else has come out absolutely gorgeous, but I wasn't 100% happy with the flutter fins. So I bumped the quality up just a little bit. If you know 3D printing, I went from a 0.20 to a 0.16. So if you know 3D printing, you know what I'm talking about. But, okay, so she's still working. I have been working on a color profile. I know I kind of showed you guys once the color profile that I had started and never really got a chance to finish, and that was part of what I wanted to do tonight. So while we're waiting on our flutter fin to finish, you can watch me work on this color profile and see just how detailed you have to be sometimes. And this is actually a very, very simple profile that I'm working on. Let me go to my screen share. Okay, give me a second, guys. There we go. And of course it's going to be all odd shaped because, it likes to do that. But okay, this is a hybrid butterfly and snake. Isn't it cute? Okay, so as you can see, I've already done, I'm trying to maneuver my screens here so I can do both. Okay. I've already done some, and now these aren't the colors that I will end up printing it in. These are, nice high contrasting colors against the black, so I can see, what I'm doing. Okay, so the area we're working on is right over here. There we go. that's pretty much all I do. Coloring on a computer. Maybe that's why I like doing it so much. I used to love coloring when I was a kid. Well, I still love coloring. And I apologize if you hear a snore or two in the background. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Let's just say it's been a stressful week for my poor wife. Sucks when you got some family issues, but the rest of the family doesn't realize that it's an issue. Because, unfortunately it is the day and age where it's out of sight, out of mind. Make me get in all close, crap. And if I'm mumbling, yell at me, because I do have both screens open, so I can see the chat while I'm doing this. And I know I have a very bad habit of mumbling, as my wife likes to remind me. Alright, let's see if that's enough. I think it just might have been. Yay! Okay. I'll go in with our little trusty paintbrush, paint circle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we are going to have to go in just a little bit more, but I see some oopsies over here that I left behind. Try not to leave behind the oopsies, because if you're not careful with them oopsies, they leave behind, they make boogers. I hate when I gotta deal with the boogers. I'm sure I probably got somebody up there going, what the hell is she talking about, boogers? Well, when the flutter thing comes out, I'll show you. I'm hoping she doesn't have any, but just in case. Okay, I thought I went through all that already. Okay, and I think that may actually complete the head. Nope, I got teethers. There's teethers. And I can't just do the button. Dang. with the colors because our flutter fin is done. Yay! The problem is actually getting to stop. Okay, if I don't stop now, then I won't. Alright, let me switch screens. Right here. And I could bump it over to the craft one area, but as you can kind of see from the upper camera there, kind of a cat butt in the way. So, even though I had not prepped my craft 2 area, that's where we're going. Okay. Like I said, hadn't prepped it at all because come on, cord, don't fail me now. There we go. Now she pops. One second. Spray. And put that in the printer. I'm sure I got somebody out there going, using hairspray. Yep, I'm using hairspray. Because I have a textured bed, so hairspray is all it needs. Just a little extra sticky to make sure I have excellent vegetation. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of cleaning it up a little bit, getting some of the stringing off, because you know, even bumping the quality, it's still going to leave some strings. But considering that there is really only a fraction of what there was, I'd say it's pretty good. And you probably didn't hear that because the microphone's all the way over there and I'm all the way over here. Sorry. Told you, I tend to mumble and I don't mean to. Sometimes I forget that the microphone's, you know, on my right and not right in front of me. Okay, so I think just a little bit of heat on here and she should be good. Clean off the horn a bit. Okay, but as you can see, right off the bed, she moves beautifully. She's great. And the quality on this one is so much better. You know, unfortunately the last ones you could and I mean really see the layer lines. And I didn't care for that. So a little extra print time to do away with 90% of the layer lines. Yeah, I can handle that. Yes, it's old and dirty. Oh, it's actually not dirty, it's stained. Just from usage. Alright, so let's get rid of some of these stringies here. Okay, now anything that is left over on here has to be picked off with the tweezers. And there's just a couple little places that I saw. That's one. There it goes. It apparently wanted my fingernail and not the tweezers. Guess it's a good thing I didn't chop all my nails off. I left a little bit. Yep, see, mumbling again. Sorry, guys. This one actually came out really well. Come on. Okay, I think that might actually be it. Check her out, she came out great. And yeah, I know, unfortunately my camera isn't the best. This one, this particular camera that I'm shining through here, it doesn't like to focus when you put things up to it. It's supposed to. It's supposed to have this really nice autofocus, but it doesn't. But this room is going to be changing a lot next week, and so I'm not too worried about it because that camera will most likely be switched out for one of our others. But there's our flutter pin. Isn't she adorable? Right now I have two color variations of these guys. We've got the gray, the blue and gray with the green, and then we've got a teal and gray with a pink. But alright, so let's go back to the screen share and get back to our fangs on our snake. Okay. So, get back in there. Alright, so once this is finished, we are going to be printing it. I had to get that tiny little line that was in there. And then another one. Okay, now as some of you know, I am nowhere near an expert in 3D printing. I'm not even anywhere close to intermediate. I am still very much a beginner. You know, the only reason I know as much as I do is thanks to my wife. Because she's closer to an intermediate than I am. She's been doing it for years. You know, my passion for 3D printing came out when I found dragons. Okay, now I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. Those fangs really do wrap around, don't they? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna screw it up. Alright, we gotta turn some more. That should work. Much better. Now I can actually see. Now I may not get all the way up against the body in some areas, but that's okay. And I try to get most. Funky area right there. Holy cow. Now, and sometimes the zoom doesn't zoom in enough. Really think Bamboo should fix that. Your zoom needs to zoom in more. You know, but considering that so far that's the only complaint I have is in their slicer and not even on their printer, so. I think I'm going to have fun with printing this one out because there's so many, I have so many ideas for different colors and different filaments running through my head that I can use on this one, and I think it would just turn out absolutely awesome. You know, and I know, you know, a lot of the prints that I do are, you know, kind of traditional in a way. You know, yeah, I get creative with the colors and everything, but I kind of stay in a traditional design. But I think with the snakes, I might go a little different. Kind of step out of the box. Boy, all these tiny little triangles. Oh boy. Dang it. Alright, so you can kind of see how much time this can consume. Now, I did one color profile. I'm trying to remember what it was for. Actually, it's for the Lunar Dragon. And even though there's only 4 colors, it took me 6 hours to do that color profile. I was like, oh no. You know, it is my favorite dragon by far, you know, but it also took me the longest, and it could be because it's my favorite that it took me the longest, because I was so picky with it. And I don't think we should have, at least I'm hoping we don't, have any more issues with people telling us to stay inside the box. And if you ever seen any of my previous live streams, one in particular, you'll know exactly why I say that. But to give a quickie, brief explanation of my meaning behind that, on one of our streams, I was doing a color profile for a spider, and the spider just happened to have, its back end happened to be a strawberry. You know, so it was called a strawberry spider. And I didn't create the model, okay? I was just putting the color to the model, and then printing it out in the colors that I chose. But the dude that had come onto my stream at the time told me that I should stay inside my box. I should stay inside the box and not venture out until I had more experience, because strawberries didn't belong on spiders. Well, it's called being creative and thinking outside the box. Now, like I said, I didn't create the model. I was just doing the color profile for it to print it out. You know, but that's not really the point. The point is, if I would have thought of, putting a strawberry on a spider's butt, I would have put a strawberry on a spider's butt. Because there's nothing wrong with thinking outside the box. Okay, so before I get into this next thing here, I know most of you know that right now all of our dragons and creatures, snakes, spiders, all of that come from one place, and that's Cinderwing. Okay, because how can anybody, really not like something that Cinderwing has? They have a little bit of everything. Let me go back to my other screen. Okay, and I pay for the right to be able to sell these items. So I actually found another one that I am interested in, and I'm going to show you their page and some of the models that they have, if it'll let me here. Stay at the screen share, Nikki. Go back to the page. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so this is their page. Okay, and they have all these adorable little models. Okay, and yeah, a lot of them are a bit more cartoonish than, like the Cinderwings that I do. But I think they're just absolutely adorable. I mean, look at this. They got, little eggs type thing that for SD cards or Nintendo cards, game cards. And they got piggy banks and the holes in his butt. But I thought these could be very interesting, and they got, yes, they have, articulated cobras and stuff like that as well. Like these little skeleton dudes, and they're just neat, and I think they would, go over really well during, the Halloween season and everything. Another little piggy bank, a lucky dragon piggy bank, and, a dolphin piggy banks, and, more keychains, and stuff like that. But they've got, and their stuff is absolutely adorable. Oh, sorry. Kitty interference. So I was thinking about subscribing to them as well because they have a commercial license. And they've just got some really neat things. And look at the cute tiny little dragons. I mean, come on, aren't they adorable? I'm gonna click on, because he's just cute. But let me know what y'all think. I mean, post a comment or, go onto our Facebook page and comment even after the stream is done. Hi, Jazz. I'd like to, get your opinions. Y'all are the peoples. And I need people's opinions. But, okay, so let me go back to the screen here. Okay, hi, this is Taz. If you haven't seen us before, this is Taz. And he is very demanding when he wants my attention. Which is usually why when I'm doing my candles and wax melts and stuff like that, the door has to stay closed because, I mean, as you can see, I've got kind of kitties everywhere. There's I got two more boys. I'm actually kind of surprised they're not in here. Normally, if I'm in here and I'm talking, they're in here. Okay, minimize that. Oh, Taz, I really can't hold you, baby. I know, baby, but you gotta sit on Mama's lap. I can't hold you baby style right now. My wife keeps telling me I should get one of those baby slings, that hugs on my shoulder and comes down, and just kind of stick them in there and make them happy. And I'm very, very, very tempted. Very tempted. Okay, let me bring up dragon here. Or dragon. Oh, okay. Our snake. But before we get to that, actually, I need to start our new print. So let me pull that up really quick. Oh, I gotta save that file. Oops. Yes, I'm knocking stuff over. Okay, let's pull up. What did we need? We needed. Okay, I got the flutter fin. I got the new lunar dragon printed out. Cowboy frogs, country frogs. That's what we needed. More country frogs. Okay, so let's see. Festive, which. Okay, rose, mushroom. There we go. Here is our country frogs. Alright, so I have a screen share so y'all can kind of see what the crap I'm doing here. Okay, so here's your frogs. Okay. And I gotta do 4 of them because I sold all of them. Okay, so these are going to take almost 21 hours to print. Okay, so we need our greens. Alright, bear with me guys, I got to change over the filament. Tiny bit past that. And the wife is going to need the blue, so put that in the room. Green, I think I need to get another spool of green. Gray has to come out. White, at least this white has to come out because we are not printing our frog with cold white, we are printing our frog with silver white. Okay, so we got matte green for the base. We need our Taz, you're kind of in the way. Okay, where is my lime green? There's my lime green. It's in front of my face. It could have bit me. Okay, so my lime green. Now we need silk white. Okay. And I haven't printed out my adapter yet. So I don't know if that's going to work. Nope. Alright. So, I'll wait to do that for a minute. And we'll put in this one. It'll run out, but that's alright. We'll respool the new one. So there's our white. Okay. Spool's almost empty, so it's really light, so the AMS is gonna have a little bit of a hard time, but that's okay. Alright, now we need some shiny black, which we have. I just gotta get it out. Okay. And our shiny black. Oh, I remember. I was supposed to give Frog kibbles. But it's a good thing I haven't sent it all to the printer yet. Let's put these.
Nick. Right away, filming.
Okay. I'll run that into her room after the stream. For right now, let's go back to our prepare because we need to pick a frog, pick the white. Got our circle. And we're going to make that a little bit bigger. Now, of course, the eyes may not be perfect, but isn't he cute? Okay, so we'll delete that one. And then delete that one. Now, we're going to do him. Oop. Wrong color. This may actually add time on since it'll have to change filaments a little more often. Okay, there we go. And now we've got 2 frogs. So over here, we're going to clone him once. Over here, we're going to clone him once. And we'll arrange the plate. There we go. Check him out, isn't he neat? I love these little guys. They're so cute. Okay, so now that they're actually finished, we can reslice. Really didn't change much. Not much at all. Filament changes went up just a tiny bit, but not by much. What it uses the most of is the white. You would think it would use the same amount of white as it does black for the most part, but nope. But, okay. Wait, no. I gotta change stuff over here. Okay. We got standard green there. Lime green. White is here. And this is our black silk. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, yep, we're good. Now I'll do the time lapse and all that kind of goody stuff. I know my file says cowboy frog, but we actually call him the country frog. More inclusive. What you scratching for, huh? You ain't got no fleas. I know. Because if you did, me and you would be having some issues. You would get a flea dip. Uh-huh, you would. Still downloading. I don't know why it takes so freaking long, even though it's on Wi-Fi. Okay, and I know, unfortunately, y'all can't see the screen, but maybe, hold on, give me a second, it might be showing up on my Octo. Ha! And Slayer's working, yay! Okay, so let's see if I can bring that up. And of course that wants to be difficult too. Bugger. Okay, so now y'all can at least see what I see. This was our workaround for letting you guys see the printer. Actually, let me do this really quick. Okay, that's all I need to do there. And type it in here. And that way y'all can pull it up on your own screen as well. But okay, now's about the time when I start posting a couple of links for you guys. But give me a minute because I'm going to put stuff away because we are just about done. You know, I will work some more on the snake's color profile over the weekend and probably finish it off with you guys on, actually, no, I take that back, I apologize. We will not be streaming it all next week. You know, like I said, we're going to be rearranging, you know, this room and doing some things through the house and everything, so we are not streaming it all next week. And our streaming will resume, let's see, the 24th, on the 2nd of July. I will not be streaming on the 4th of July. So we will be here on the 2nd and then again on the 9th. The 2nd will be great because it'll give us a chance to touch base after our Mary's event. We are going to be at Mary's Swap Meet this weekend, Saturday only. And then we're going to be at Mary's again the following weekend, the 29th and the 30th, both Saturday and Sunday that weekend. Dependent on weather, of course, because as we know in Oklahoma, it can change on a daily basis. You know, when I was looking last week for this coming Saturday, sorry, you know, we had some huge gusts of winds predicted and all of that, and That's gone down a bit. Now I get the hiccups. Okay. Clues. So yeah, we are going to be at Mary's this weekend and next weekend. This weekend, Saturday only. Next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then, depending on the weather as well, you may or may not see us for the rest of July. And I'm only saying that because of the heat. Now it is possible I will still be out there, but I do unfortunately have a medical condition which keeps me out of extreme heat. Anything above 90 degrees, and I have a hard time and am at severe risk for heat stroke, and that's not a good thing. And if somebody's wondering, well, what medical condition does that? It's called anhidrosis. I don't sweat. Most people, they get overly hot and they start dripping sweat, and that doesn't happen to me. My pores don't release. So my body doesn't get rid of the heat like a normal person's does. So it just keeps building and building until I, pass out. It's not fun. She's just leveling. Okay, I'm actually, while that's doing that, I'm going to post the link up on our Facebook as well. Okay, now that's done. Maybe. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so that is posted. Close that window because that will affect my streaming. That's not good. Okay, so we're just going to watch the first layer or two, make sure everything goes down nice and good, and then we can leave it be and let it finish. And while I actually, give me a moment, I need to run to the other room and grab the respooler. I'm going to show you this thing. My wife built this respooler. It's freaking awesome. She didn't design it, we found it on one of the 3D sites that we use, but she printed all the pieces and everything like that, put it all together, and this thing's freaking neat. One second, let me grab an empty spool for my white. Okay. I was looking for a better one. 'Cause these spools kind of suck, but it'll work. Alright, so give me a second to set up, y'all, and I will switch the camera over so you can see once I've got it all plugged in and ready. Oh, and of course it wants to do that. There we go. Plug it in. I saw it's easy. Okay. I'm not 100% sure how well we're going to be able to see this, but let's switch screens. Okay. You can see. And trust me, I'll pick it up and I'll show it to you. Come on. Thank you. Washer. Yeah, that was the only thing that wasn't in the design that she had to print extra was a little TPU washer for it. Okay. I already trimmed the end, so got a nice cup going there. A hole in our spool here. Okay, that's a little strange. I've never had that happen before. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. The spool is actually too small. But even the washer, yeah, even the washer can't compensate for the spool is actually too thin. Holy cow. I think that's the first time I've run into that issue. Okay, we need a different spool. I know the only other blank one that I have in the other room is the same style. Why, Tiger? Okay, well, I have one other option. I have to unload this one because unfortunately, I'm not really sure what happened. This is our cold white, but it split in so many places. It's all cracked and split apart. Tiger, get down, baby. So I have a 3D pen as well, so I will use this in that. You know, it's great for my wife's prints. She does these amazing, huge prints, you know, planes and tanks and all that kind of stuff. And you know, sometimes when you put all the pieces together, you need to fill in the seams. And this stuff is great for that. See what I mean? It just, it's all broken apart. It's in pieces. At first we thought it was just because maybe the spool was wound too tight, and, maybe it got a little, overly dry or something, but honestly, I have really no idea. It didn't get too moist because, I'm actually very careful about that. I mean, I've got desiccants everywhere. Where I store the filaments, there's desiccants. Where, there's desiccants built into the AMS unit that I refill every so often. There's, and the nice thing about, their slicer, even though it doesn't have the zoom features that I want, it does have a sensor in there that, tells you if your desiccants get, too moist, so you know when it's time to change them. Ooh, this might be a good printing spool. Well, small one, but. Head over my mouth, didn't I? Alright. But I can get a small print out of that. And this is where most of the problem is. Like I said. Hi, Zizi. Hi, Zizi. I'm trying to re-spool some filament, but I gotta take this filament off first, and it just keeps breaking. Can you hear me now? Let me check my settings on my mic. Might be my settings somewhere. How did you get? Alright, it's not my settings, so I'm gonna try to change the position on my mic. Could also be the respooler, the fan on it is interfering with the volume. No, she's feeling a little down today, so she's laying down. Her printer and everything's been giving her a little bit of a hard time. Well, not her printer, her slicer. Now it's spooling. Absolutely. I guess she's gonna love the fact that I'm showing off this respooler. She put all this together. She printed all the pieces and, you know, got the motor and everything for it. And this whole thing's awesome. Yeah, I may need to adjust the location of my microphone, or see if there's a Windows setting that's interfering, because my settings in my OBS are actually really good. Layers is that? So we're still only on layer 1. Okay, so we want 2 more layers before I, kind of leave that page and check on other things. Bring it back up so y'all can see. There we go. Alright, I'm going back to screen share. There we go. Now it's back up here. Okay, and this is the perfect amount of white left for us to be able to do the rest of our frogs. Slowing it down a little. And this is the Silk White from Mica 3D that I use. I'm trying, I try to stick with, same brand for the colors that I use. Because each brand, even though it says white, it could be slightly different white than this one. So everybody's got to be different. Almost. Alright. And yes, I just threw that away. Those little spools don't really come in handy for much of anything. Are you still there? Yes, I'm still there. I'm sorry, she'll have to fix that again because we got it to go away once, but then we had to get the Octo redone because my printer wasn't showing up anymore. So apparently we need to reset it so that doesn't pop up all the time and go, "Are you still there?" You know, because I know I'll sit here for hours, you know, working on the computer and do, you know, all kinds of little things. But I'll have, you know, over on the other side of my monitor, I'll have a screen where I'm watching my print, and that "Have you still there?" annoys the crap out of me. Alright, so the little bit of silk white we have left is now re-spooled. So it should do just fine. So we still got a little bit left on the spool that's in there. So we got probably a good hour or so before I actually have to change out and put in the one we just spooled. But isn't this thing kind of awesome? Let me switch screens again. Hold on. Now, isn't this thing kind of awesome? I'm going to check this thing out. Yeah, and this is the piece that goes into the plug here. Now, it's an awesome little thing. Now, when I first saw the design, I was very, very reluctant. Like, I don't know, I think I just want one that's not motorized. Yeah, but then Sonia finished putting this one together, got the motor running good, put a fan in it and everything so it doesn't overheat, and it does beautifully. It runs great. I definitely give props to the guy who designed it. I don't know his name. Sonia does. I don't know his name. But yes, I'm still here. Very annoying. Okay, so go back to this page. Maybe that won't do it. Alright, so we've got our country frogs in the printer. We've got our color profile for our snake. Hold on, I can bring that up. So let me go back to the share screen. Yeah, as far as I know. Yeah, Sonia would know better than I would, unfortunately, but yeah, as far as I know. I know, aren't they? I love the frogs. I think they're absolutely... I sold out of the country ones, the ones I'm printing again. I sold out of them when I was at the Soul Good Market. It seems they're hit everywhere. Everybody likes the little frogs with the cowboy hats. Yeah, when I got... believe it or not, they actually didn't. You know, we had 3 of them when we were at Mary's. We only managed to sell 1. But again, kind of a different crowd of people. You know, the crowd there loved the dragons, not so much with the creatures. But the Soul Good Market, they were all over the creatures, and you know, I only sold 1 dragon, so it just depends on where I'm going. But I'm noticing each place is slightly different. Okay, so this is our butterfly snake. that we are working on. And oh, look, she got butterfly wings on her tail. Okay, I didn't notice those before. To do that one separate. Oh, these are so neat. And yeah, I know that there's spots on them. I'll get them. You know, I'm not 100% sure right now. Right now, the only reason it's showing in these colors is because I'm using the high contrast colors, so I can see when I miss spots or when spots don't get colored like this. But I haven't fully decided on what colors I want to print it in. I am thinking about getting a bit creative with it though, and using either a multicolor filament or a temperature color changing filament. So I'm not 100% sure. So I kind of want to experiment with him a little bit, because I think he could look really, really neat in a multicolor filament, and then have, the actual butterfly wings and his swirls be, solid colors on top of his body being the multicolor. Yeah. But this is the current color profile we are working on. Basically, what I mean by the color profile is I'm separating sections right now because it was all one base color. So now I'm separating different sections to be certain colors. So if I were to change just this one orange to pink, then everything that was orange is now pink. It makes it a lot easier once I separate all the little sections and everything and get them going. Like I said, there's a few that I want to do with multicolored filaments. This is kind of one I'm thinking about doing that. Another one is the Cinderwing Crystal Dragon, or Crystal Wing. I'm trying to remember which one it's called. Well, I'll look it up. Hello, Biscuit. I don't want your butt, Biscuit. Come on, where is it? Biscuit. Well, I found the gemstone dragon. That's not the one I'm looking for. I am looking for a crystal. Okay, let's see if I have it unpacked in my folder already. Crystal dragon. Yay. Yep, he's our biscuit butt. Okay, I'm going to switch the screen that I'm sharing. Let's see, it's the A. Come on. I need the crystal dragon. There we go. Alright, hold on. There we go. This is the crystal dragon. This is the dragon that's TikTok famous. And you see it everywhere. Everybody prints this particular dragon, and they always print it in a multicolor filament. Now, you know, there are parts that I am thinking about, you know, the actual body, doing the body in a multicolor. But as far as the crystals themselves, oh, wait, cancel. Actually, that'll work. I want to do something slightly different. Oh, I can't do that one. I have to do that one by hand. Yeah, some of these I'm gonna have to get in there. 'Cause, wow, that is just really dark. There we go. That actually shines a little better. Okay. Oh wait, are those actual crystals? No, that's part of design. No, the same thing. But you can kind of see where I'm going with this. You know, I want the crystals to be an actual, you know, solid color. You know, probably something along the lines of like a really pretty silk red. You know, so they look, you know, kind of like rubies. You know, I also thought about doing a translucent for the crystals, so they kind of look like quartz crystals. He'd run away from you. How my little dumpling? Yeah. He's the one cat that doesn't like to be picked up, and the only one that can really maul him is Sonia. He's extremely lovable, and you know, he'll come and he'll sit on your lap and everything, you know, but never try to pick him up because he'd gonna run away. Yeah, see? Now, the only thing I have to keep in mind with the translucent filament is it's not, you know, 100% translucent, you know, it you know, still has, you know, it looks kind of more like a smoky, not smoky, you know, it is, I don't even know how to explain it. But I think it would look really nice. I think it would look really cool, putting the translucent on there and then having the body of the dragon itself be, you know, a color changing. That's kind of my idea for this guy. So I just need to get some translucent filament. I have a little bit, but not enough to do them. It's the only reason why I haven't really worked on this one so far is because I don't have the colors that I want to do him in. And hello, Sonia. She was napping. I didn't hear what she just said either. But yeah, I think he'll look pretty neat when he's done. But this is actually one of her very early models. That's also part of the reason why, you know, some of the colorings aren't separated already, is because it was one of her early models. Because if you notice, when I do the newer models, a lot of times it already has the colors and everything separated, and all I got to do is go in and change my settings on my filament colors and everything, and it fixes, it prints it out in the colors I want and in the settings that I want. But okay, so that was the Crystal Dragon. She released this amazing dragon this month. It's another one that I really, really want to get the colors for. Let me see if I can't pull it up here. I haven't unpacked that one yet. So, when two versions of this dragon, and I think both of them are just absolutely incredible. There we go. Okay. Okay, tell me he isn't awesome. This is the newest release for Cinder. And he is just incredible. He's a storm dragon, if you can't tell. And this is just one version of him. There is one more. Come on. There we go. No, not like that. Like that. Okay, I gotta take off the prime tower so you can see him better. Okay, let me switch that screen. And this is the second version of him. And he's got wings. Okay, so I know, right? You know, I don't print many dragons that have the wings, but him, oh, I plan on printing both for him. Yeah, he's awesome. Okay, let's see. He's just so pretty. And I'm wondering if I can make, let's see. I'm wondering if I can't find a, because, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Very neat. Oh, I could get very creative with him. Oops. Didn't do that. Dang it. I did an oopsie. Hold on, I gotta fix the oopsie. There we go. Much better. But while we're at it. Yeah, I basically just added a third color to this very quickly. I said when they're separated, it makes, you know, changing the colors and adding colors fairly simple. It's nice. That is really neat. Okay, and then let's see, I have this beautiful midnight blue. Okay, and then let's see, my cold white. Oh wow, okay, that's really neat. Okay, so printed in a midnight blue, which that's actually supposed to be just slightly darker. wanted in a midnight blue with a cold white for the lightning, and then a silk white for the nails and the eyes so they shine. The body will sparkle a little bit. And I may wait until I get some more silk white. That way I could print the lightning in the silk white as well. But I think the cold white looks really, really nice because the cold white actually has just the tiniest hint of blue in it, hence making it cold white. Well, I was kind of streaming, honey. But, okay, so that's kind of what I want to do with him. You know, some of them are really easy for me to figure out what. Gotcha. I keep forgetting that that is going again. Okay, so we just save that so we don't lose that third color that we added. Okay, and we got this one. Take off that prime tower. Add our wall. And then we'll save that one. Okay, so those are now saved and we can work on them a little more later. Okay, I just saved the butterfly snakes, so. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because the settings on my OBS are fine. I even brought the mic down and brought it closer. All the way down. That's the mic. That's a live mic. Okay, she's trying to fix the mic. Alright, the best thing I can suggest, I'll go have a seat in your room and tell me if it's working better. Because it definitely looks like it's picking up the sound more. Ow. Ooh. Okay, so, now I kind of lost my train of where I was going here. Okay. Alright, so... Yes, correct. It does, and I may actually do a version in those colors, but for right now I'm just using high contrast colors to color them in the profile so I can see the imperfections and fix them if I can. And sometimes those high contrast colors come out perfectly and I end up printing them in those colors, so... Yeah, it pretty much depends on which colors I have on hand. If I've got, if I've got gold and black, then I'd print it in gold and black. Unfortunately, I don't have any gold at the moment. I do, however, have copper. I wonder if that would work. But that's kind of my process. We do like a post yeah, I think that would probably help. But we're going to be rearranging this room starting Sunday, so the setup may change a bit, and we may get some better quality once we change things around a little. But I mean, as of right now, it's definitely possible to have it so the mic is above me. That's easy enough to do, clipping it to one of my shelves. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That would actually be a really good idea. Have it come up and over so it sits right above. Yeah. Instead of coming down so it sits above. That'll work for me. Yeah, very true, because I can tell just by the levels of how it picks up. It does pick up the printer a lot. And so it could be trying to do a noise cancellation on the printer, and in turn, it's lowering me at the same time because I'm in the same direction. Granted, closer, but still same direction. Yeah. Not quite sure what all that means, but absolutely. I was showing off your respooler. Okay. And I hear a Tigger Tiger. Tigger Tiger. Yeah, I know, I said that, but you printed everything out and put it all together and, got the motor running good and installed the fan and everything, so. Yeah. But, alright, well that's it for today. We are done. We got, our frog's in the printer. Our flutter fin is done and cleaned up. So she's ready to go into the tote with the rest. We're working on the snake color profile. And now some storm dragons as well. Both wingless and winged. And I'm definitely going to take ZZ's suggestion and try to do some in black and gold because that did really look nice. But, alright y'all. I don't know if she's typing to me or, okay. I am done with your blue. As I was unloading it from the AMS, I even said, Missy's got to go in the other room for Sonia. But I am done with the blue, yes. Absolutely. Robots. Good robots. Okay, and I also asked, and I showed it at the beginning of the stream, I was, telling everybody about the Kobotech and showing them some of the models that they have because they've got some really interesting things. And I think I lost my spot. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my screen share one more time. My window capture. There we go. Okay, so again, these are some of the models that are offered that I can print to be able to sell. And some of them are just so absolutely adorable. I still get a kick out of the dragon piggy bank because, I mean, come on, the hole's in his butt. The poor dragon. He's got holes in his butt. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have some absolutely adorable little things on here. And I think it would be a huge hit, especially with kids. You know, I don't have a lot of things that are meant for kids. So I think, you know, this particular subscription would be absolutely awesome, and I think kids would love some of this stuff. And there's even some few little things for gamers, like the game card holder, which consequently for some of these, you know, SD card holders are the same size as some of these. You know, so you know, there's things like that, and you know, they're just really neat. They're absolutely adorable. Because they're just so cute. I know I'm sneaky, but yes. Because when you're at the flea market, sometimes that's the only way you can get anybody's attention is if you get the kids' attention. Because when the kids come running over, mom and dad are going to come. But I mean, it just, you know, of course I have my favorites. You know, check them out. They're too cute. I mean, how can you not like something like that? Look at them. They're absolutely adorable. You know, where's the other one? Yeah. Okay, where is the other one? Where'd he go? Check him out. Okay, for anybody that actually knows me in person knows I am a huge, and I do mean huge, lover of owls. Okay, and come on, he's so cute. You know, and just to find a little articulated owl is just absolutely adorable. You know, and yes, I realize he's Christmassy and it's June, but I don't care. You know, I am, you know, always kind of keeping my eye out for designers who will allow that commercial license for me to be able to add a little bit more to our printed collections. You know, because while I love my candles and my wax melts and all of that, to expand on those actually is kind of expensive. So I need to expand in other areas first to be able to afford to expand in my natural collections, if that makes sense, my wax and my soaps. You know, and I do eventually want to get into bath bombs and body butters and things like that. But it's going to take a little bit of time. And, you know, in the meantime, we have fun with our prints. You know, come out with things like this guy here. You know, our little Flutterfit. Come on, he's cute too. How can you not like a tribrid? You know, part dolphin, part unicorn, part butterfly. I know, I'm one of those big kids at heart, you know. Hence the reason why I have such a hard time, you know, walking around flea markets and stuff like that, because, you know, I see stuff like this and I want to grab and go mine. You know, but now I have the privilege and the perk to be able to print this kind of stuff. Now, granted, I haven't printed any for myself yet, which, you know, kind of sucks, but I'm getting there. Slowly. Oh, yeah. And this little dude. He's so cute. Sonia actually printed him. Just a little robo dude. Little shoe. Arm. Feet. Check it out. It's just so neat. so we got all kinds of little things, that we're kind of looking into and doing. And oh, okay, here, take the red one. Okay, check this dude out. He's a trip and a half. Yeah, he's just. I can play with these kind of things. Sonia made the robot. I could play with these things all day. Yeah, the only thing some people need to keep in mind is, yes, while I'm showing off the robots and everything like that, most of these are pretty much one-offs, because these aren't things that I will consistently have in stock. Alright, these are just things that as she feels, okay, well, this might be neat, let's print this, that's the kind of stuff where this kind of stuff comes in handy. Because I have had them at our markets before and, have sold a few. The little boys absolutely love them. I even had a little girl, she wanted the little red one that Sonia was just walked away with that I just showed. Mommy wouldn't let her get it though. You don't need that. It has a sword. Why not? Girls can have swords too. Yeah, like I said, it's not something that I will keep consistently in stock. It's just as you feel like you want to contribute, then we'll have them out on our tables. Otherwise, it's not something that we'll always carry. If they're looking for something that we always carry, that would be our dragons and our creatures and, our waxes and our soaps and our cutting boards. Yeah. But even our cutting boards can be a little tricky. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was at the Soul Good Market, one of the ladies that bought a few things, she bought she bought this version of the Flutterfin actually, and she bought a baby cherry blossom dragon. But then she got, her kids got, let's see, one of the boys got a dragonfly, and one of the other kids got, a couple of little spiders and, stuff like that, yeah, I have a few $1 and $2 things, and a lot of keychains that are $1 and $2 as well. I think the most expensive keychain I have is $3, and that's because it's, the pretty big end of a dragon tail. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, I seem to have the burpees tonight. But, so, alright y'all, that is it for tonight. We are done. We have our print in the printer. Our Flutterfin is done and good. And don't forget, we will be at Mary's this Saturday well, technically I'll get there around 7 a.m., but as long as I'm set up by 8, I'm happy. So from 8 a.m. to, I will guarantee 2 p.m. I will not guarantee 3 p.m. And then we will be at Mary's again, depending on weather. If the weather stays good, we will be there on the 29th and the 30th there as well. And July is kind of up in the air for the moment. Oh, before I forget, and this will initiate another countdown on our locations page, we are going to be at the Pagan Pride Fest. So, big market, and we are going to be indoors. And that, let me pull that up really quick. I'm almost positive. That's why I'm double checking. Okay, where is it? Okay. It is August 17th. That much I can verify. Other than that, I really can't tell you anything else until I start getting the emails. Because unfortunately, this is going to be the, well, I should say fortunately and unfortunately, this is the first time I'm going to be there. Alright, let me see, because I know I can pull it up on their Facebook page, so. Okay. Ah, there it is. Okay, so, Okay, it looks like right now all they have is to save the date. Okay, starts at 10 a.m. Here we go. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is when the event is being held. August 17th, and I will share this page so you guys can see. And of course it wants to be weird. Why does everything have to resize itself? Okay. So, watch you get all freaky on me. Of course. Stupid machine. So as you can see here, Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. we will be at the South Expo Hall, OKC Fairgrounds. And we do have an indoor spot. Okay, that way we could, bring our candles and everything. I've never actually been there either. So. Okay, so the address is 3213 Wichita Walk, Oklahoma City. Okay, and like I said, this will initiate another countdown on our locations page. Because we are extremely excited about being able to attend this event. And yes, we have been invited to a couple of other events as well. Unfortunately, due to timing and funds and stuff, we had to decline, but accepted for the following year. So next year, hopefully, we will be at the what was it called, the Fairy Ball in Austin. Possibly that one's maybe, because that one is really expensive. And then the Gypsy Fair, which is here as well. That one is a little bit more expensive, but not unobtainable. Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, now that we're getting back out into the markets and everything, and getting to know a lot of people. Dragon Con in Atlanta. Wait, that's an actual thing? Sonia, is that an actual thing? Okay, now I gotta do some research because now yep. Holy cow! I've got dragons. Okay, yeah, I will absolutely do some research into that and find out what I can. And if I can make that happen, I may just make that happen. Well, you never know. A lot can change in a year. And lots of printing. But I bet you the people that walk out of that place have made, you know, a nice chunk of change. But even better than the money, I bet you they had a blast. You know, I am very, very much an introvert, but there are still certain things that I like venturing out of my comfort zone for. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I have no idea what that means, so I am going to have to look all this up. Yeah, what is kilt blowing? Oh, thanks. Okay. Thursday, August 29th through September 2nd. No, no. Oh, wait, yeah, that's for this year. Yep, Helen Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Guest performers. Hey, go away. Vendors, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's wow. Okay. Um, this may take me a few years. Well, considering a booth. Yeah, well, Dragon Con may be a few years out because a simple, interior booth, not on one of the end caps apparently, is $1,450. And let's see, back end caps are $1,750, front end caps are $1,950. So they're a little pricey. And heaven forbid if you need electricity, then you're paying an extra $135. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd still love to be able to attend as a guest, though. Because that just looks neat. This is very true. Very true. Oh, they have an award ceremony and everything. Holy cow. I said this earlier in the stream, but I'm going to say it again because I know the mic was all funky and everything. We actually will not be streaming at all next week because we're rearranging a lot of stuff in the, well, at least in my room, and cleaning up the rest of the house. We got a few other projects that we need to work on. So next week is a no-go, but I will be back the Tuesday after. Yeah, so I will be back July 2nd on streaming, which works out perfectly since, this weekend we're only doing Saturday at Mary's, but the following weekend we are doing Saturday and Sunday. So you'll see us on July 2nd, basically right after, a full weekend event.
Oh, hush with the Sam and Dean Company. That's just teasing. Because Dean, let's see, in August, Dean is actually going to be here in Oklahoma City. Bye, ZZ. But okay, we are going to end the stream now, and you will see us again on June 2nd. And of course, you know, I will still do updates to our Facebook page and everything like that, so you can kind of get a quickie look at you know what we're doing. And I'll do a quickie live stream during our market. So watch out for us Saturday on our live stream. While we are at Mary's, and of course the following weekend will be the same. And as I print more, I will post pictures and descriptions and all that kind of goody stuff up on Facebook, and I will try to remember to do it on our Discord as well. I'm getting really bad at forgetting about Discord. Yep, and quite possibly a workshop update. You know, or a room update. So you will hear from us throughout the week, just not with the live streams. But we will do a quickie one from the markets while we're there. But alright, y'all. We will see you again on July 2nd for a full live stream then. Otherwise, we'll see you at Mary's on Saturday. Have a great weekend, everyone.